Hi, this is Sajjad, welcoming you to this video of Nuke Learning. In this video, I will talk about file management and how to make your node trees organized and look awesome. Staying organized in Nuke is very important, and making clean node trees not only helps you get along better, but it helps other artists too. As I explained before, in big VFX companies, shots are being assigned to different artists. And for some reasons that happens every day, like an artist goes on vacation or contract ends up, or artist is on sick leave, then production team will shuffle the shots and someone will be working on your shot or you will be working on other artist's shot. So keeping your script clean and organized will save the day. Once it happened to me and I received a shot from another artist. He was not available anymore to clean his script. The script was like this, and it took me 3 days to clean the script and organized it to understand the script. So the first step is creating a folder structure. This is suitable for artists who are working as freelancers or work in small VFX companies. In big VFX companies, the folder structure has been designed for you and you will be working inside the loop. If you don't use this folder structure, in Nuke you don't have an option like Collect Files, which is a very useful tool in Adobe After Effects. And at the end of the day, if you decide to share your project with others, you are going to have a problem. But in the Python section of this series, I am going to show you how to collect all the external data that is being used in a comp to collect them in a folder like this, but it is easier to stay organized from the beginning. So make a folder for your project. Inside it, create subfolders like assets, dailies, deliverables, footage, Maya renders, Nuke scripts, pre-comps, and others. Do that before you begin. For those of you who might not know what pre-comp is, the pre-comp is a technique that artists use when their Nuke scripts get heavy. The pre-comp node is like a group node, but its content is stored in an independent NK file. This allows you to save a subset of the node tree as a separate Nuke script, render the output of this saved script, and read the rendered output back into the main comp as a single image input. Okay, now it's time to get started inside the Nuke. The next thing I am going to show you is how you link your read nodes, so your media stays with the file. I hit R and read'n the footage from the footage folder. Okay, this is reading great. I hit 1 on the keyboard to connect this read node to the viewer. If I wanted to move this file into another drive or share it with another artist, it would show you a missing error and will not work, and you have to relink the footage. It is because it is set to an absolute file path, and you can set it to wherever you move the file. And I am going to show you that. But before that, you have to save your comp. If you don't save your comp, it will not work. You must save your comp inside the Nuke project folder that you created. So inside the Nuke scripts folder, give it a name and save it. The second is while your mouse is hovering over this area, hit S on the keyboard to open your project setting. And as you can see, this project directory is blank by default. Click on the script directory and it creates a little Python code for you. Once you have done those two things, it's super easy to link this properly. Double-click on your read node and go to the file path. From here, select this area and replace them by hitting 2 dots or period. And hit enter. Now nothing changes and the footage is still reading, but what this means is that the next person opens up, it's going to look at the file structure you created and automatically link it. You can move this to another drive or give it to another artist and your media will open properly. Next up is getting more interesting stuff. Organizing script. This is possibly the most important tip you need to have in your mind when working with Nuke. Because you should build your script like this, and when the script becomes huge, can be easily readable, and we call it B down the pipeline. What do I mean by B down the pipeline? Well, we have two footages here. This one will be used as background, and I have a CG render here that I want to put it on top of the background. So we know the merge node at its use by hitting M on the keyboard, or you can hit Tab and type merge, or you can use this menu on the left. The merge node has two inputs, A and B. A is on the left side and B is on the right side. So logically, A goes over B and letter B is the beginning of the background. So I connect A to this and B to this. Now that is going to work, but it's not right. The correct way to set this up is to follow the B down the pipeline. So I put the merge below this background to follow the B pipe and move this CG to the left. Another aspect of this method is to bring your mask to the right, which you can see its input here. I can create a mask node by hitting O on the keyboard and connect the mask input of the merge to it. That is what the Foundry intended to do, and this is the proper setup. So you can see we have B coming down, whatever is coming over is from the A side and is on the left, and the mask is coming on the right side, and you do this consistently, even though it is sometimes challenging on really big scripts, but it is going to be way cleaner and way easier for you to come back later and tell what you were doing. This is super important. The next thing is how to keep your large script organized and easy to use by spacing them out and using backdrop nodes. Here is the example Nuke script that has become pretty big. And as you can see, I have all these backdrop nodes. So if I want to change something, like I am looking for the keying section, I know where it sits from a distance, and I can zoom in. So using these backdrop nodes can help you have a nice view of your script and know where you are at and what is going on. So do that as you work. Don't let it get too far, because you will regret it. If you want to create a backdrop node, hit the tab and type backdrop, and Nuke creates the default of this node. You can select a bunch of nodes, then hit tab and type backdrop node, and it creates like this for those nodes. Also, in the properties of this node, you can label the node and increase the size. You can change the color of the node from here. As you notice, there are some spaces here where you can put your color-correct nodes or any other nodes you need, so leave a lot of space inside of your node tree. Let me load another script into my comp to show you the mess the absence of backdrop can cause. Here I removed all the backdrop nodes, and you can see that how working on this script can be very painful and a nightmare. Trying to figure out where the problem is, or if there is a note that should be fixed, where should I refer to? It is using the B down pipe, but the backdrop missing here will put you on fire. So I wanted to show you this as an example. In the future Python section, I will show you how to create a gizmo with predefined backdrop colors for different purposes. For example, when you create a backdrop node for a keying section, its color would be green, which will give you color-coded backdrops, and your eyes can easily catch the section you need. Also, I will teach you how to go to the most top node and most bottom node in the script for faster workflow. One tip to remember is that when you receive a huge script that is too heavy to work, one of the things you can do is pre-comping, and second is setting the B box of merge node to B. By default, it is set to union. But as you can see, the most used node in Nuke is merge, and changing all merge nodes one by one is really a pain in the butt. For this matter, I will show you a very small line of Python code that finds all active merge nodes in a script and changes the B box option to B instead of union. In big VFX companies, you will be given the template or slap comp to work on, and these scripts will be designed with backdrop nodes for more and faster workflow.